Hello team, welcome to another ATP Geopolitics video with myself, Jonathan MS Pitts. This is Ukraine War breaking news update for the 12th of March 2024. There's an awful lot going on today. Ukraine have successfully struck a number of oil depots deep within Russia. There are incursions into Russia from three separate pro-Ukrainian Russian units. There is stuff happening all over the shop, potentially a Su-27 being shot down as well, but not sure about that. Now we are hearing, and this has definitely happened, a Russian Il-76, which is, as far as I can work out, a military, I think, rather than this being a civilian plane, it seems to be a military cargo plane, has gone down over the city of Ivanovo, and this is a footage. There's lots of footage coming out at the moment. This is the first bit.
Нет, горит, загорелся опять.
And then it cuts later to some smoke in the distance, and it apparently has gone down 2 to 3 kilometers away from the airport. Here's some additional footage, and then cuts again to the explosion or to the smoke coming from there. Yeah, as mentioned, 2 to 3 kilometers from the airport. So have no idea whether this is an air safety issue or, you know, anything else. Most likely that's what's happened, a fire on an engine. But one engine, you should be able to bring a plane down with just one engine having an issue. So I was reading somewhere claiming that it's not great flying if that takes out the entire plane. But, you know, goodness me, I have no idea. And that looks pretty significant to me. I struggle to imagine that plane landing safely. Smoke rising from the crash site of the Russian Il-76 in Ivanovo in Russia. Being variously reported, lots of different footage coming out, more footage of the burning Russian plane before the crash, as Russian media are saying during landing, quote, during landing, the plane's engine fell off. Yeah, that's not going to be particularly conducive to staying in the air. Oh, there's the engine going there. That is indeed the engine falling off. So on and so forth. So, you know, this is the last one I'll show you. I mean, that must just be incredible. I mean, it's obviously horrible. There are people involved, people dying in that, but what a sight to watch. Goodness me. And none of them seem to catch the impact, but yeah, it's certainly yeah, a bad day at the office for the Russians. I think an awful lot of stuff taking place, and I don't know if this is connected at all to anything that the Ukrainians have done, but I just think it's significant to note that all of this adds to the kind of public understanding of what's going on in the war. And if you're Russian, imagine seeing this on top of burning oil depots and body bags coming back. This is all feeding into a sense of whether the war is going well for the Russians or whether it is going badly. And actually, this kind of thing, a bit of speculation from me now. Russia have been trying really bloody hard to take places like Avdiivka, Novomakilivka, Krasnohorivka, all these places before March the 17th. That they're going to be trying very hard to get a PR win for Putin, so that Putin can win the elections, which he obviously will do, and say, look how wonderful Russia is. Look what we have achieved on the battlefield. It wouldn't surprise me, and it would be very sensible if the Ukrainians are going to be trying to do some really serious things in the next 5 days running up to that election, so that puts a dampener on Putin's kind of success story, of Putin's celebrations of how wonderfully the Russians are doing in the war. It, just watch out to see if Ukraine over the next five. We've seen, as I said, incursions into Russia. How's that going to play out? How's that going to make Putin feel about his presidential campaign? We've got an Il-76 going down. I don't know whether that's anything to the Ukrainians. You've got oil depots getting hit. You've got St. Petersburg, 2 strikes on St. Petersburg today. How's that going to play in the Russian media? How's that going to play on Putin's campaign, with his campaign? I just think the Ukraine are going to be very active over the next 5 days or so. So let's keep an eye out as to exactly what does take place. Anyway, that's a little bit of news. I'll get on with my regular news updates. So check out the military aid and geopolitical video coming out next.